Alright, so if you've got a John Deere 1025R compact tractor, before you go out and start mowing or using the backhoe or tilling up a garden or anything like that, there's a few items that you want to check before you start. So first thing's going to be the engine oil. So coming from the front of the tractor, you're going to look underneath by the front tire right here. It's going to be right here. It's this yellow handle. So you're going to pull out on that. It's got a short dipstick right here. You want to make sure that it's above that line right there. There we go. So see all the cross marks right there? You want to make sure it's above that line. So I wipe it off. Then I go ahead and stick it back in there. Wait a second or two. Pull it back out. And make sure that we're above that line. Alright, so that one's good. Next thing you want to look at is your axle oil. So that's going to be moving from the engine oil. You're just going to come straight down here to the axle oil. This one's easier to get to. Just unscrew that. And it's a tiny stick there. You want to make sure it's above the cross-hatch symbol there again. So and then just put it back in for a second, pull it back out, make sure that it's above that mark, and it is. So we're good on the axle oil. So screw that back down. Now, moving out from there, we're going to move around to the back of the tractor. We're going to check our transmission oil. If you're looking at the back side of the tractor, you got your 3-point hitch right here. It's going to be the yellow dipstick right here. So you're going to pull that out. Again, it's very short. So what you're looking for is to make sure, see if I can get this to focus. There we go. So you want to make sure it's within that range right there. So I wipe it off. Put it back in for a split second, couple seconds. Pull it back out. And it's within that range, so we're good. And one thing to note, when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're not wiping off each dipstick with the same part of the rag. Ideally, you'd use a couple different rags, but if you want to conserve and not waste rags or paper towels, then go ahead and use different parts of that, so it's not contaminating or cross-contaminating one oil from the other oil. Other than that, the next thing you want to check, you're going to have to open up the hood here. So to do that, I just take a little Allen key, and then there's a hole right here. You got to put it in the hole, push it in. That releases the lock right here, which lets the hood come up. So now you're going to come in behind air filter area, air box. There's a section right here. It's got like a little bit of play in it. You want to make sure that that's not filled with any kind of debris. It's just on the bottom side of this air filter. So that one's clear. Everything up here looks clean, good to go. And then moving around to this side, just make sure you got some good coolant in there. Make sure it's in the range it's supposed to be. So mine's at the hot fill line, and that's the cold fill line. So we're good on coolant, so it's not going to burn the motor up. This is a 25 horsepower diesel engine, so has plenty of power for what we use it for. We do a lot of mowing with it. We have the front bucket. We use that quite a bit during the winter and summer seasons. We also have this tiller right here. It does a great job doing the garden. We've got the pallet forks. We use that when we're carrying lumber and stuff, especially when we're moving over the lumber and everything for the chicken run. We've got this yard sweeper. We use that during the fall for gathering leaves. And we have the backhoe, which comes in handy. We've used that already for digging out tree stumps and also for digging down by the chicken coop so we can place the wire underground leading up to the chicken coop so no predators can dig underneath and get into the chicken coop. For all of that, we use this 3-point hitch